Welcome to Two Wheels and welcome to show number 250. Yes, 250. That translates at just about 5 years of bikes on television. Amazing, isn't it? I know, surprises me sometimes as well. But we thought it was about time we had a little trip down memory lane, a stroll down memory lane, but not just at the things that you've seen in the past, but quite a few things that you certainly won't have seen before. You certainly should never see at all, if you ask me. But I can guarantee in the next 30 minutes or so, lots and lots of laughs.
Carl had these problems last year, didn't you? Or rather, we're talking this year's season, the 97 season.
Santa for the day. You see...
Right, Paul, can you go and get the mics?
Would you...
Sorry, was I talking when you were interrupting then? Right, we'll go again.
Week in and week out, on the Two Wheels office desk, there is masses of correspondence from you out there asking about spanner work, mechanicking and so on. Well, in the future on the programme, we're going to bring you...
Well, they do say if you don't laugh, you'll go completely mad, and working with Wayne, it's not difficult to see why that is exactly the case. But if you've been watching Two Wheels, or even Two Wheels Better, as it used to be called in the very early days, you may have noticed one or two little, shall we say, traits with us presenters. We all have our own little idiosyncrasies. Take my mate Jeff, for example. Now, Jeff, God bless him, before he records anything into the camera, he likes to make sure that the tape is actually rolling. And occasionally, he likes to break out into a little jig as well.
Are we rolling?
Yeah. I'm recording.
What do you want me to say then?
I'm recording.
Okay.
Recording my shadow on that thing.
Don't any of these for the bloody outtakes again. I ought to have my glasses on the end of my nose, Paul, haven't I? Now, hear this, hear this. Is my hair straight, darling?
It's lovely.
Is my hair tidy, darling? So, is my hair straight? Or are you rolling? Are we rolling? Sorry. Yeah. We're going again? Or are we going? You have to speak more clearly.
Ready?
You're rolling.
And Jeff's latest aerobics and fitness video will be available in the shops in time for Christmas, priced at just 99 pence. I bet Jane Fonda's very worried, eh? Bet she's frightened to death. On then to Wayne, Mr. Perfect. Well, not quite Mr. Perfect. You see, Wayne has this thing where he likes to start every sentence with the same word. So, take a look at this.
So, let's get on with it. So then, boss, what's the first thing this week then? So we're back at Cadwell Park again. So, buying a helmet. So, we've said what you're not allowed. So, $79.95, but what do you get? So, I have been sent by the police, our local constabulary. So, here we go. So, take that into consideration when you're buying. So, we now move on to this model. So, that's 3 different helmets at 3 different prices. So, buying and selling a bike can be an absolute nightmare. So, it's actually for trade only, so you can't come in. So, let's start at the beginning.
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. One of Wayne's other fine qualities is that he likes to put the interviewee at ease. It's always nice to make the person that you're going to interview feel at home, feel relaxed, feel as though it's just a casual chat. Ignore the camera, it's not really there. Talk to me, that's what we said to them. And Wayne has a unique way of actually putting people at ease.
I hope you're going to be more louder and more enthusiastic than that. That was pathetic, that. That wasn't that a bit like...
Don't look at these two.
Yeah, ignore them.
Look at Andy.
Listen, if you don't like something like hard chips, because once this is in, it's in.
He's very bossy that Wayne, isn't he, eh? He's very, very bossy indeed. Why is it that short people always make the most trouble? Don't know, can't understand it. On then, to me. What do? I don't think I do anything. I don't think I actually overuse any particular word, no. I'm pretty sure I don't. I think everything I do is fantastic. But if you're on your own, fantastic. Set that 85 mile an hour while you're abroad, and it's fantastic. Look at that, no hands, eh? Fantastic.
First 2 weeks in June, going down through France, Spain, Portugal, maybe Morocco.
Fantastic.
A real, you know, riding holiday.
Well, fantastic. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, I thought that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have been better if you ask me. Now, you might find this very, very hard to believe. You'll be amazed when I tell you this, but we do actually use scripts on two wheels, yes. Scripts, yeah. Them things, all them words written down. Nobody writes them for us. We don't have a team that write the script for us. We write them ourselves, because the trouble with having somebody do it for you is that they will use different words, different language, a different intonation in the voice, and it's very easy for it to become very unnatural sounding. So the best thing is to write it yourself. So we'll sit there in an evening and we'll write up our test report on the bike, and we'll use all these fancy words and we'll say, yeah, that sounds good. And it's very easy to read when it's written down. Not so easy sometimes when you try and deliver it to a camera.
Well, the Ninja, that's a name that's been around for some years now. And indeed, the ZX6 itself, the ZX6 itself, let me say that again, because I can't say the ZX6 itself. The ZX6 itself, the ZX6 itself has been around for some years. I must get these teeth fixed, right.
Well, that's it for this edition of Two Wheels. Hope you've enjoyed that little look back, but we'll be back next year. Next year? I'm going to say year and week.
It's a new language.
We'll be still for a week.
Shut up on a phone.
Right, shut up now. Are you rolling?
Excuse me. We should have had 4 bottles. Hey, should have hit it 4. 4 bottles in 3 minutes.
It's a lot. It's some going that way. Yeah,
So we've had all the girls, haven't we?
We've had all the... Well,
excuse the expression. No, we've shown all the girls. Now... yeah, we're trying to do a programme here. Now it's time.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
Oh dear.
And what have you got in here? You got an 1147, is it? What's the size of the engine? 1137, 1164, isn't it?
That was good up to there, so...
I'll be the prompt. 1137.
Well, wait, can we not... The first bit...
And some retro style chrome back wing mirrors, which are actually very good. You get more than a wing mirror full. Oh, which is actually very good. We can cut that there. I was just going to say something about you can see what's behind you.
What do you think? Completely made up.
It made perfect sense to me.
Makeup, is my hair all right? Lovey? Lloyd Grossman impression, because nobody would know that's who it is. Paul, it's over to you. Can't believe I'm doing that. Having fastened that to the back of the bike, now, do you remember that an American by the name of an American? I'll just start that one again. I got the soul. I got the soul. I got. Arseholes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, our souls. Oh, no.
Go! We can skate.
Honda have sold these. No, stay there, Dan.
La 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 la. Let's just turn to the engine for a moment, because the engine is the triple, as everyone knows. But what they've done with this one, they've altered the cams, they've altered the fuel injection. What else have they altered, Dan? Fuel injection, cams, and engine management system. 3 cylinders, as you know, the famous triple. But on this one, they've actually altered the fuel injection system. They've changed the cams and they've altered the engine management system, all to give that extra torque in the mid-range. With this one, you've also got a very nice aftermarket pipe. Not strictly aftermarket because it is Triumph's, but it'll cost you £368. Even the cows approve, as you can hear. Turning somersaults and circles is something I do regularly. Talking of turning, if we turn to other things, such as the engine, the 3-cylinder is unique in itself, but on this one, they've actually altered the engine management system, they've changed the fuel injection, and it's got different cams, and it's all to give you that more rounded feel in the mid-range, that torquiness to it. This one's also got an optional
Paul is there with a fancy sports thing. Securities. There are loads of different types, as you already know. I mean, you've got your lock and chains, and you've got your disc lock, and you've got your sort of cable attached to a U-lock. But alarms, they're complicated. Even dummies like me can't understand alarms. And the problem we have is there's so many questions you can put forward because there's so many. That was a lot of I'll start again. What the f*** all this that one? The brakes, well, they stop you well enough, and in fact they're not dissimilar to what you get on a 125cc machine, so they're bound to stop you quite well. The only thing I must mention is the mirrors, although look very pretty, you can't see much more than your elbows, so you've got to bear that in mind. Maybe you could just swap them for longer stems. You can say, oh, that's crap.
Something else, it's all, no, and again, something else, it's got a very low seat height, as you can see. And something else, it's got a very low seat height. And while I'm talking about the seat, see this little tailpiece on here, all that covers up is the pillion perch, and it is a bit of a perch, but you just take the seat off, unclip that, and it really is a two-seater. As I say, a bit of a perch there, but you got little pillion rests. And I've forgotten what else I was going to say. What else was I going to say, Paul? Something else it's got is a very low seat height, which is very useful for those of less with Something else it's got is a very low seat height, which is very useful for those of less with And something else it's got is a very low seat height, which is very useful for those people of And something else, it's got a very low seat height, which is very useful for those people of, shall we say, a short... And something else, as you can see, it's got a very low seat height, which is very useful for short people. Well, this is going to be a classic, this is. Okay. And something else, as you can see, it's got a very low seat height, which is very useful for those people of, shall we say, a shorter disposition. But that's not to be non-PC, as it were. But that would have worked. No, that worked okay. I'm not going to do that again.
Well, that's just about it for now. And there'll be more. Oh, no, do that again. Well, that's just about it for now, but there'll be more of the same after this break. Welcome back to Two Wheels. Now, so far, you've been laughing at our expense. It's been us that have been making the cock-ups, but it's not always us, you know. Oh, no. It's not always our fault. Sometimes other things happen. Sometimes the person being interviewed makes the cock-up. They forget where they are, they forget what day it is, they forget the name, all sorts of things. Things happen in the background, behind the presenter that he can't see. The cameraman, he makes cock-ups, he might fall over, anything could happen. Occasionally, people even fall off the bikes. This is Eric Warburton, owner of Goldwing International, being interviewed by our Jeff. Eric has probably ridden more Goldwings than most of us have had hot dinners. But just to prove that sometimes even the experts get things slightly wrong, here's Eric arriving on site. I'll stop there and I'll carry on when the car's gone. Yes, I did say 1300. You'd have thought an XJR 1200 was perfectly big enough, but obviously not, so now it's a 13. But it is basically the same engine, just bored out, bigger pistons, stronger conrods, all the rest of it. And it's really the same engine as Yamaha using their FJ 1200. There's a car coming again, I'm off now with this. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you like the motocross style, and it's very similar to a motocross riding position, then a Tiger... Cameraman's just fell over. There is another member of the Fogarty household who's now also very involved with biking, and they work here. Hey mate! Yeah, I've got to do it all again now because of you, John. Don't worry, I was talking a lot of crap anyway. You know, it's not always the presenters who cock things up. Sometimes, on location, you meet the strangest of characters. Why is every time we come to film here we meet these balloons, eh? Look at this. Out of this world. Out of this world. Some of my favourite things over the years of Two Wheels and Two Wheels Better, of course, have been the product testing, the new innovations, the good ideas, the little things that we've offered you and given you to help you along the way in your biking life. The wacky way in which we've covered them, that's what entertains me. And if I'm talking wacky, I can only be talking about one person, Wayno.
Wayne's Warehouse this week is out on the road, and the reason for that is we're going to see how a helmet is tested before you put the thing on your head. For this particular demonstration we need some equipment. Excuse me just 1 second. So there we go. Stop laughing. What are you laughing at? This is my test equipment. Just check this out. Paul said he had this all sussed and arranged, and I assumed he meant he was organising the weather, because he does say he is God. But he hasn't organised the weather. In fact, what has he got organised? Oh my goodness, what on earth has he got here? I don't believe it. So this week on Two Wheels, I'm going to talk to you about numbered plates. What do you mean, no? Oh, number plates, registration plates. Oh, I see. Oh, right then. Well, I've been and got these from the market. I don't suppose I'll be needing these then, will I? Yes, thank you, Doctor. Thanks for the advice. Yes, thank you very much. But I must go. My patient's waiting for me now. Nurse, prepare that patient.
What are you doing? You're giving me a splitting headache.
What's the matter?
You're not a real doctor, are you?
Trust me, I am a doctor, trust me.
Trust
honestly.
me, I'm a doctor, but you say that to all the women.
Where are you going?
I'm not staying here with you. You're an imposter.
Hey,
You're
get
a
over,
lunatic.
come back, Paul. I'll do it for you. You said you had a problem.
Bloody cripping you. You're a lunatic. I'm going.
Hey,
You bloody lunatic. You're Potter.
give over. There was no blood. What's up here?
No blood. You bloody me. I'll be bloody locked up. You bloody lunatic. Come in here again.
It's no problem at all. Don't worry about it. I'll stick him in the post. He'll be there in a few days. I can get anything at all. All right. See you then, mate. Okay. Speak to you soon. Ta-ra. Right. Well, remember, 10 units of Viagra. Jeff Stone, Solihull. Okay. Just remember that. Hello, nurse. Can you hold me calls, please? Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. What was that? Oh, nurse, behave. I told you to blinking well lance the boil, not boil the blinking lance.
Well, if he's a full shilling, then my name's Barry Sheen. I don't know. He's on a different planet, Wayne, isn't he? Completely different planet. Alien to all of us. Really he is. But it was fantastic, that, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes and no, I've said fantastic again. Doesn't matter. Forget it. It's finished now. What then do we do when things actually go wrong? Well, there's a number of things that we do. We burst into laughter. We start laughing. That's usually good. It sort of clears the air, breaks the ice and all that. We can kill the cameraman. We sometimes will shoot the director. That's usually good. Very messy and does involve a lot of paperwork, but very, very effective. We may even break into dance, do a little jig, or we have been known to even burst into song.
All things bright and beautiful. Here we go now. Is she?
Come on, Jeff, give us a song now. Dickie bow on.
What are we going to sing?
Sing a silly fall. How the food, how the who. You look like Frankie Vaughan.
Born to be wild. Well, that's just about it for this little look back. 250 shows gone, just like that. 250 down and still going strong. I hope you've enjoyed this little look back at our expense. Next week, things get back to normal. Well, more or less back to normal, but after that, 2 weeks from now, we're going to stretch the show to 1 hour per week, just for September and October. So lots and lots of biking things to keep you entertained and amused there. We'll be going to biker meeting places, we'll be giving you riding tips, we'll be talking new machines, second-hand machines, we'll be going behind the scenes, showing you things that, unless you're one of the privileged few, you don't often get the chance to see. So lots and lots of things to keep you entertained over September and October. Next week, as I say, back to normal, if that's at all possible, with Jeff, and we'll join him at the Stafford Classic Bike Show.